Hello, Brittany. Hello, Jason, Jeff, CJ, Matthew, Thomas, Amy, CJ. What's up, man? How you doing? What's up, Jerry? So apparently, yeah, I didn't like the way my live stream turned out last night. That's why I didn't post it. And well, I got up this morning and I'm like, well, man, not a whole lot. It's 11:30. I still need to go get a fucking big lighter, and I got the money to go do it. I just need to go do it. And I'm gonna roll me a pipe tobacco cigarette because I need to smoke. Well, I'm just awesome like that, I guess. I'll get them maybe very briefly, but that's once in a blue moon. I'll get a hangover very briefly, but that's once in a blue moon. Generally speaking, you're right. I never have hangovers. And most people don't know how I do it either. I don't know how I fucking do it. Guess my body's just used to alcohol. This morning, though, my head was like, So I'm like, fuck this shit, it's Saturday, I'm sleeping in. So sometimes sleeping it off helps too. But generally speaking, I never get hangovers. Which makes a lot of people jealous, I reckon, because there's a lot of people who love to drink, but they hate getting hangovers the next day. And me, I'm just like, I wake up, sometimes I'm still drunk. Sometimes I'll fucking wake up and I'm still a little bit tipsy from the night before, and it's like, hey. It'll help the cigarette smoke better if I use two papers. Because pipe tobacco is, I used to say, very moist. And ladies and gentlemen, you have a pipe tobacco cigarette right there. I wouldn't say I'm the best at rolling, but I've definitely gotten a lot better at it. When a cobra strikes a match, oh shit. Excuse me. Whew. you hate when that happens? You inhale tobacco down the wrong tube. Oh, shit. Oh, I'm Gucci. Occasionally when I'm smoking a cigarette, I'll inhale tobacco down the wrong tube, and it makes me cough a little bit. Oh, shit. God damn it. Took way too big of a drag. Not a whole lot, Zachary Large. Just chilling out, smoking a cigarette. And when I went to go smoke a hand-rolled cigarette that I did, it rolled nicely, but it took too big of a drag. Rolled it with my pipe tobacco that I have here. I took some of that Tasty Puff spray and put a couple spritz in here, shake it up. You know, now I got cherry grape flavored pipe tobacco. Shake it up a bit. That smells good. Shake it up a bit, let it dry out. That's what you're supposed to do with Tasty Puff. Spray it on your tobacco or your weed or whatever, and then you let it dry out a bit, and then you smoke it. It's going all right. I can't complain. I got some liquor to drink on. Speaking of liquor, Jim Beam vanilla whiskey mixed with brisk sweet tea. That's delicious. I think after I canceled my live stream last night because I was a little too drunk for live stream, and like I would light my pipe or a cigarette or whatever, and then I blow my matches out, and then I go to put them in the ashtray, and I drop them on the floor, and I'd be like, God damn it, even though they're out, I'm like, get them off the carpet. Even though they're out, I'm like, get them off the carpet, you know? And by that point, I was just like, nah. I ended up canceling my live stream. And then I walked over to my kitchen, made a big-ass bowl of ramen noodles, and as soon as I got done making them, I fucking passed out. Go figure, huh? And I think I might have made like some spicy ass ramen noodles too. I might have used a little bit of what is it? Primo's pepper seasoning. The same devilish bastards that are responsible for making Swampadelic hot sauce are also responsible for making some pretty gnarly seasonings. And the Primo's pepper seasonings are pretty good, but they're spicy as fuck. Oh, there we go. roll me a pipe, tobacco, cigarette, and get my day started. I gotta go to the store and get a lighter. And then when I get back from doing that, I gotta clean out my stove burners. And after I clean out my stove burners, I'm gonna vacuum my floor. Yeah. No, I did not eat the noodles this morning. They're sitting right over here on this, in this giant crystal bowl, just waiting to be eaten. I might take a couple bites just so I have some food in my stomach, and then I'll put it in the fucking fridge for later. I don't eat very much, so that most of the calories I go to my biceps. You feel me? I don't eat that much these days, and my low-calorie diet, most of my calories go to my fucking biceps. And as a result, I'm nice and trim, but my muscles be beefy. Yeah. Some people are like, well, you don't eat that much. It's not very healthy. I'm like, and your point? I smoke tobacco. I drink alcohol. So I don't need a fucking excuse to be unhealthy. I'll wake up first before I go and get my lighter, because, yeah. Well, it looks like spring is finally here. It is February 3rd, 2018. And, you know what the funny thing about hair is? You'll have like a little strand of hair die, and then a new one will take its place. That's why you're constantly, when you comb your hair and shit, like you'll get hair in the brushes and stuff. It's weird. All that hair that you get in your brush, when it comes off on your arm, and you're sitting here doing this number, like, oh, get off of there. Hashtag long hair problems. Like that pipe tobacco is already pretty moist, but when I added the Tasty Puff to it, it added some more moisture to it. Generally speaking, you want to add Tasty Puff to drier tobacco. Like if I had a giant big red bag of 4 Aces, and I put a couple squirts in there and shook it up a bit, you know what I'm saying? But I couldn't resist. I had some cherry pipe tobacco laying around, and I'm like, yo, if I put that Tasty Puff and put a couple squirts in my cherry pipe tobacco, I'll have grape cherry flavored pipe tobacco. And I'm like, I can't pass that up. It just sounds delicious. And sure enough, I was right. That's some bomb ass tobacco. Well, good news is I got all my W-2 forms that I need, and my dad's not going to be able to help me fill them out until he gets back this coming week. And my dad's also going to help me get my lawn business started. I talked to him about it, and even he agrees that, that I have enough subscribers on YouTube and enough fans around the world that, I could sell my basic handheld wands for $34 a pop. I've seen wands like that one go on Etsy for $20, $25, $30. I would charge no more than $35. $34 is the limit. Just because I like the numbers. I like the numbers 3 and 4. 4 is my favorite number though, but freaking yeah. Now the name of my wand company is going to be Cobra Craft Custom Made, or I wouldn't say custom made. They call it Cobra Craft Handmade Wands. And that's got a ring to it. Cobra Craft Handmade Wands. And well, where will I be selling them? I'll be selling them on Etsy when I get the supplies to make them. I'll try to make like 10 or 20 of them in bulk at a time. And yeah. Fucking sell them in bulk and shit. Generally with pipe tobacco that's moist, it's easier just to smoke it out of a pipe, but how am I supposed to get better at rolling cigarettes if I don't practice? And this pipe tobacco cigarette's just about done. But yeah, I roll my cigarettes with some OCB organic hemp papers. And the slim version is super hard to roll with. So, start off trying to roll with the hardest to roll with papers. And usually I'll fold it over just a little bit to give it a lip, and then, yeah. See, the pipe tobacco is so moist that look what it does to your cigarette paper. This is why when you roll a cigarette with tobacco, you want your tobacco to be as dry as possible. Because if your tobacco is too moist, this is what happens to your cigarette. Like literally, this is what happens when you try to smoke pipe tobacco out of a paper. I wish it was a roach. No, it's just tobacco. This stuff right here, Admiral's Choice. It's a mixture of different pipe tobacco that fans have sent me. And then I added a couple squirts of Tasty Puff to it. Some of that Tasty Puff Ghetto Grape tobacco flavoring. Put a couple squirts in there and shook it up. Yep. Do you think Tasty Puff would work on a burger? Huh. Well, I mean, you can put it on your food and eat it, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's safe for... Tasty Puff is safe for food, but it's a food flavoring, so, you know, I wouldn't recommend it personally, but what I would do, a Tasty Puff is, you know what I'm saying? Like, Tasty Puff is for like tobacco and herb and stuff like that. You spray it on your herb or your tobacco and let it dry out. Have you ever tried mayo and jelly tacos, my lord? With the typical taco fixings, of course. I have not. You ever try pesto on a burger? No, but I've had garlic pesto fries with cheese, and they're fucking delicious. Oh, no, it isn't. It isn't. Here's a big bowl of ramen that I made last night. It's probably cold as fuck by now, but who cares, right? Yeah, there's a Tony season, or yeah, there's the Primo's pepper seasoning. That'll wake you up. In the fridge with you, delicious bastard. That will at least settle my stomach for the most part. No, I have at least something in my stomach. I'm not just, you know. Oh, excuse me. It don't take much of that Primo's pepper seasoning to flavor your shit. A little bit goes a long way. Oh, fuck, that burns. Ugh. Hold on a second. I have an idea. I'm going to move my chair out of the way for a second. I'm going to vacuum up my little area right here. can't stand it when my carpet's messy. Just no. Crumbs and shit. Alright. That looks much, much, much better. Much, much better. Much better. Now, when you eat popcorn, it gets messy and gets all over the place, you know. And you don't mean to, it happens, you know. And I got this cord on the side here. Watch what happens when I hit the button. This new invention that vacuums have, it's quite awesome. You push a button, and then the fucking cord will suck into the vacuum cleaner, and it'll wrap itself on the inside. Legitly. I think more and more vacuum cleaner companies are starting to do that, because that is a nifty little feature to have. One of the biggest complaints people had about storing their vacuum cleaners is, well, fuck, you gotta wrap the cord around the outside, and then it never stays wrapped up. It's always coming undone. You gotta rewrap it back up, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? But now vacuum cleaners have this thing where you push a button on the side and it sucks the cord right in. It's a cool little feature. It takes the storing the vacuum cleaner and makes it a little bit easier. Instead of having to worry about getting your cord tangled up, this and that, you know. It takes getting your cord getting tangled up and eliminates that problem for the most part. Is life deliciously ironic? Yes, it is. Yeah. Yeah. I did drink a lot of whiskey last night. I didn't drink what I normally could, but I drank enough to get a good buzz going. Most guys, some guys get whiskey dick. And if you drink too much whiskey, you lose the ability to get hard. And that's what whiskey dick is. And I'm not like most guys. I can drink a shit ton of whiskey and still get hard. Especially if the chick be banging like a bomb, Damn, girl, you dynamite. Why do you say that? Because you the bomb and you be banging. Walk up to a chick and be like, so, do you work at a bomb factory? Why do you say that? Because you be banging fine and you the bomb. Pickup lines. Pickup lines so cheesy that even a mouse is like, bro, come on, really? Even the mouse is like, dude, that pickup line was so cheesy, it's making me hungry. I don't need to vacuum underneath my staffs. It's very clean underneath my staffs. It's this general area in front of it, Jim Beam vanilla and brisk sweet tea. Oh, that's good. One of these days, I'm going to win the lottery, and I'm going to be super stinking rich. I like the incense that my fans sent me. That shit smells good. Very relaxing. Oh, there's a website I want to get incense from, but they're rather expensive. So if I ordered incense from that website, I'd have to put the money in my bank account and then order it from there. But let's see. Yes, it is actually. You can see my widow's peak is in fact coming in. You can see on either side, I got these patches of hair right here. I got a patch of hair right here. Yeah, that's the last time I tried to shave devil horns into my widow's peak. That was a freaking disaster. That person was annoying as fuck. Okay. Hey Josh, do you have any plans for another tattoo soon? Yeah, I want to go get the black on mine touched up at Black Sunday. I should have waited till summer had the tips to do it, but I didn't. That's what I get for being impatient. And, well, Summer won't even do it anyways. Now she has the tips because, and I quote, she told my buddy Jeremy that she's not going to tattoo anyone else until she gets her own license. Yeah. Apparently the breakup from me was so hard that she has a hard time with being physically touched or touching somebody else. And I'm like, well, shit, then why'd you break up with me? Oh, that's right, because you couldn't handle my YouTube celebrity status. No, Summer tried telling my buddy Jeremy and his wife April that, oh, Josh talked about our sex life on social media. I'm like, okay, first of all, I said, yeah, I got laid, and I left it at that. I didn't go into fucking gory-ass detail. And for me, getting pussy is a personal accomplishment, because it says, despite having Asperger's syndrome, despite being socially awkward, and having the worst luck with women, I can still get laid. So then Summer tried blaming me for my YouTube trolls. Oh, it's your fault that they did this, you know, like, excuse me, but hello, I have no control over what these assholes do to me on social media. Because if I did have control over what assholes did on social media, then nobody on social media would be getting bullied, period. If I had any control over the assholes who ruin social media for a lot of fine folks out there, trust and believe, if I had control over any of those assholes, nobody would get bullied on social media. Not just me, but, you know. Hell yeah, CJ, that's what's up. No, Thomas, I'm not going into detail. Okay, I'm not gonna give her the satisfaction of her saying, see, I told you he did it. You know, fuck that. Because if I do and then Summer finds out, she'll be like, see, Jeremy, I told you he went into detail about it. No, fuck that. It was good sex, though, I will say that. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we both like reptiles. We both like metal. Of course, she's into a variety of music, obviously, but it's easier to talk to a girl when you have a couple of things in common. I will say that. And even if you think you have nothing in common with a girl whatso freaking ever, you'd be surprised. There are some chicks that I thought I wouldn't have anything in common with, but go figure, huh? Yeah. I will say this though, if you have anywhere from 1,000 some odd followers to 2,000 some odd followers on any social media platform, you're just mildly famous. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's Gothic King Cobra, but the A at the end of the word Cobra has been changed to a 4. Because the 4 kind of looks like an A, you know? Yeah. When was the last time you talked or texted with Summer? I don't know, man. It's been a minute. Like, she said she still wanted to be friends, but I don't know, dude. Like, when I first got with Summer, she's like, well, we gotta keep our relationship a secret around town, otherwise people will try to ruin it. And eventually word got out. Of course, when people seen her on live stream and shit, you know, it's kind of hard. It's kind of not that difficult to put 2 and 2 together. And instead of the assholes here in town trying to ruin it, this time it was the assholes that troll me on social media. They're like, oh, look, he finally got a girlfriend. Let's ruin it for him. Let's pick on her and make her feel like shit. Unfortunately, a little kid had cut Summer's hair. And, you know, I didn't care. She made me happy. You know, I got a lot of shit for dating her. People would drive by and shout faggot out the window when they saw me walking with Summer. And I just laugh. I just fucking laugh, dude. Because I had a girlfriend who played video games and couldn't get pregnant. And, you know, she had some nice attributes about her, too. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, look, let them talk shit. They're just jealous, you know? Some people do, yes. I've walked around town before and people will shout, hey, it's King Cobra, that's what's up, you know, and they get all excited and starstruck out the window of their car and shit, and, you know. Usually when people are shouting things at me and they're good things, then like, hey, what's up, it's King Cobra, hey, it's that guy, you know. That kind of stuff I don't mind, you know what I'm saying, but when people are shouting stupid shit at me out the window of their car, I'm just like, why? All right. Put my sexy hair in a ponytail. There we go. I bought 4 loops with that with the thicker ponytail like that. 4 loops is enough. Put in there 1, twist it, pull through. You know what I'm saying? And then of course my trusty bandana. A kick-ass bandana to help me with my trichoteria. Now it's weird because when I pick out my hair from having trichoteria, I'll pick it out, then I'll sit here and kind of play with it for a little bit, and then I'll drop it on the floor or whatever. It's weird, I know. And trichoteria is not a good thing, so there's a reason why I wear a freaking bandana. Because it looks cool, and, you know, it helps prevent me from fucking with my gorgeous long hair. Yep. Yeah, the haters saw that I finally had a girlfriend that I was actually somewhat happy with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, there were a couple of times that Summer would irritate me, but I didn't let it get to me. You know, when I was telling Summer about the circles of protection that I do, she was like, "Aw, that's cute. You think you can do that?" I'm just like, "Excuse me? You don't know where I've been. You don't know what the fuck I've done." And then instead of being a dick, I took the mature road. I'm like, "Well, what can you do?" Summer starts going off about all these magical things that she can supposedly do. And, you know, sometimes people will say things to try to impress you. It's just how it is, you know. It's whatever. But when she was done telling me all these things, I didn't sit there and say, "Oh, that's cute that you think you can do that." I didn't say anything like that. I'm like, "Oh, that's interesting," you know. I tell that to my fan who was chit-chatting with me on Facebook Live a couple months ago, a day before the Nazi protest in Florida went down, and she was scared for her life, and she asked for my magical assistance. Come to find out the next day, the protest went off just fine. Nobody got hurt, and the Nazis got arrested. Despite these Nazis bringing a couple guns and just firing off into a crowd of people, nobody got hurt or shot. So I tend to think, you know, one of my fans reaches out to me and says, "Hey, I'm worried about this protest tomorrow, blah, blah, blah." Come to find out, these Nazi protesters had brought a couple of guns and were shooting off into a crowd of people, and nobody got shot. This was literally a couple days before I placed my circle of protection. And when I heard about the results, I'm like, straight up. Well, what I could do is when I get my wand shop up and going, I might, because for shipping something like this, they don't have any crystals in them. So if I get like a padded envelope to mail them off in, you know what I'm saying? I'll sign the envelopes that I mail them off in. So you get an autograph too. And don't get me wrong, you know, Summer's cool. Like, she got me a picture that I still have to this day. And it hangs up